Morning. Welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me. No, so we're having issues, and obviously that's the reason why the squad is not being released. Now, I've come to the notion that most of what's happening right now is solely down to the idea of teams, of countries, nations who are red listed because of the pandemic. Now, if we should track back, would realize something totally different and get a better understanding of what's going to happen. Now, what I'm here today to explain to you guys is give you an idea of how it can affect us, but also what is really happening. Guys, please remember, smash the like button and also subscribe to the Military Guna TV as we guys give you a breakdown of what's happening with the red listed countries and how things can pan out for what we're having right now. So early this morning, the press officer, Earl Eagle I Bailey, I'm quite sure most of you, Bald Eagle, I'm quite sure most of you guys know him. This is the situation that we have at this moment. And how does that affect Reggae Boyz? So let me read what he's saying, guys. Let me read what he's saying. Jamaica World Cup campaign is doomed if FIFA doesn't force the English teams to release players for national games in red-listed countries. The Reggae Boyz would have to hustle up a new squad to face Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica. Catastrophe. Yeah, so that is exactly what it read. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try my best to see how best I can explain it. Now, let me give you another idea. So recently, Liverpool are refusing to release 4 players for international duties because of quarantine restrictions as the crisis escalates between European clubs and FIFA over next month's World Cup qualifiers. Now, clubs are furious that the release of players for international duty could force many of their stars to miss domestic league matches. So the European Club Association, ECA, has already formally protested to FIFA over the requirements for South American players and has, as it said, it will not accept the abuse in function or the body abusing in function. Now, what they are saying is this: the European Club Association is protesting against FIFA. This is what's happening. So this we're talking about where Earl Bailey saying that Jamaica World Cup campaign is doomed if FIFA does not force English teams to release players. So that is actually a struggle between the European Club Association and FIFA. This is what's happened. This is the World Cup qualifiers, right? And we all know that players want to play in the World Cup qualifiers, but because of the red listed countries, they are going to have significant issues because of that. Note, this is not only happening to Jamaica, which means that Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica will also be facing the same issue. So if we can't get some of our best players, they also can't get some of their best players because of the whole aspect of red listed areas. No, it's the difference in this. What I'm trying to explain to you guys now is that in football, you have a sports bubble. That sports bubble provide a layer of protection for sports players, for athletes. This was the first thing that they use to identify the sports world and restarting the sports world because of the so-called sports bubble. So it's not like the sports bubble don't exist. It is a thing, and it can also be still be used as ramifications to play the World Cup qualifiers. This is what's going to happen now. Clubs want to keep hold of their players because they don't want to miss the players of the domestic league, and also they don't want the players. They don't want the players when coming back have to be quarantined. So literally, that's 2 weeks away from the team, and also 2 weeks in quarantine. So that's literally a month away from the team. and normally it's their best players. But what I'm trying to clear up to you guys is this: this is not only happening to Jamaica. This is happening to all the big nations, because every single top nation have games that are going to be in red listed areas. All of them. So this is what's going to happen. One of two things: either the clubs have to give up the players, because if this was a World Cup, if this was World Cup going to play, it doesn't matter where the matches are going to be taking place. I'm guaranteeing you that the players will go and play World Cup. Now, the problem is this: in football, it's about money. Clubs have way more money than what FIFA have. And it is like the club owners, which is a multi-billion-dollar organization, then now with FIFA. Yes, FIFA is a multi-billion-dollar organization, but not like what the money that the clubs are showing in. Not like that. Viewership, TV, all the type of things. No, they believe that the World Cup qualifiers can go ahead without certain particular players. So all I'm trying to clear up to you guys is this. With them saying with what Earl Bailey is saying, that Jamaica World Cup campaign is doomed. It's just the same. It applies to every single team, not just Jamaica. So if we miss out a lot of our first team players, or some of the players that we are anticipating to see, there's also an aspect of it that these teams as well will be without those players. So what I'm going to do, someone made a list of players that we can potentially miss. So I'm going to show you guys that list. So this person is David Ferguson, Coach Fergie one. So the potentials are Bobby Reid, Mikel Antonio, Adrian Mariappa, Jamal Lowe, Ethan Pinnock, Wes Harding, Daniel Johnson, Ravel Morrison, Andre Gray, Marbell, Dylan Barnes, Kemar Roof, Kevin Stewart, Liam Moore, Michael Hector, Leon Bailey. There's also Jordan Cousins as well. There's also Jordan Cousins. Unless didn't I say that? Yes, there's also Jordan Cousins. So he also went and said Jamaica is not listed on the red zone yet, but it's expected to be so soon. Mexico and Panama, Costa Rica are listed as red zone. See, exactly. So that's what I'm talking about, people. It's not only Jamaica who would miss players if this is a thing, or if the FIFA cannot win over with the club, the European Club Association. If FIFA cannot win over them, this will not only happen to Jamaica. So all these teams, Mexico would miss a lot of their key star players. Maybe they would have to use players in the Liga MS. Also Panama, also Costa Rica. So it would actually boil down to who has the best homegrown talent. Or we just have to use the MLS players. But in all aspects, this is not just affecting Jamaica. And I'm not sure why they would say that the World Cup campaign is doomed, because all the teams will have to be facing each other without some of their better players. And that's just fact. But I believe that this is actually just a pull play of power and money. This is just a pull play of power and money. And that's what I believe. But people, I think the time will come. Maybe that is the particular reason why we haven't seen. That is the reason why we haven't seen most of the teams releasing their squad as yet. But we'll see how that one goes, people. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the Military Guna TV. Hopefully, I cleared up some of that to you guys. I let you guys get a better understanding of what is happening. Get a better understanding of what is happening. It's a game of power play between FIFA and the European Club Association. And definitely at this point, FIFA is being stronghold. FIFA is being stronghold, but all of these players want to play. All of these players want to play. So they're using FIFA, the European Club Association, they're using the red list. They are using the red listed aspect as their counter argument, I would say. That's what they're using. But FIFA already know that all these players want to play, and the bubble is what they use to get all the players in and play football again. So I assume that that's something that FIFA can say, okay, we're going to use that, but the sports bubble. Simple as that. So, people, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully, guys get some valid information from this one, and see you again. Definitely. Please enjoy.